So, let's now join our experts with the people of Amsterdam in the historic setting of the 15th century St. Olaf's Chapel. After a disastrous fire 30 years ago, this ancient sailors' church has been rebuilt as a conference centre at the Golden Tulip Barbizon Palace Hotel in the heart of the city.
You're afraid it's a fake?
Yes, I'm afraid it's a fake.
Why do you think it might be a fake?
Everybody which goes to such a show is afraid that his valuable piece is fake or not.
Well, let's start with the family history of it. When did it come into your family?
As far as I understood from my mother, my grandfather got it from a company colleague, and he gave it to my grandfather.
Yeah, was that a long time ago?
Around 50 years ago.
50 years ago, right. Well, let me put your mind at rest, because it certainly isn't a fake, and to my knowledge there weren't any fakes being made 50 years ago anyway at Canton. There are plenty of fakes that have been made over the last 10-20 years, but they are very, very obvious because the outlines of the design are transfer printed. But looking at the outlines of all of these designs inside and outside the bowl, they are quite clearly done by hand. Now, Holland has a strong association with the Far East, but is the connection through a Far East company?
My grandfather had a company which bought and sold peanuts, so maybe that's a connection.
Peanuts?
Yeah.
Not Far Eastern peanuts?
I don't know.
Did he use this as a peanut bowl?
No, he didn't.
It is actually a punch bowl,
Yeah?
or at least the shape is a punch bowl. It's a shape which started off in the early 18th century and was kept as a good shape, a good ornamental shape, which looked at home in the middle of an impressive table or on top of a very large piece of furniture. Yeah. In England, one sees these used for potpourri as much as anything else. But this is a wonderful piece. I mean, the design is superb. The landscapes on the inside are continuous landscapes. And if we just look here, we have four major groupings on the inside of Chinese figures standing or just about to depart from buildings, emerging from walls, and generally having rather a good time. In the middle of the bowl, we have a similar medallion, and on the outside, there is another continuous landscape. Now, looking at the panels on the exterior, these are very, very broad, almost totally continuous landscapes, and the band on the rim is actually continuous, has no breaks in it at all. Canton porcelain bowls were made in huge numbers towards the end of the 19th century, and the very late Canton pieces, of which one sees an awfully large number, are heavily panelled. The panels are usually quite small, and you don't get these continuous landscapes. So that's what I'm going to use to date this piece to somewhere around the middle of the 19th century, not the end of 19th century. The most important factor is the condition.
Yeah.
Do you know what the condition is like? Is it good?
No.
It hasn't been restored? I can't see any restoration. I'm going to just whack it.
There's even a small chip on the side.
Are you
somewhere.
nervous? You're not nervous, I hope. Well, that sounds all right to me. The most important thing is to make sure that the condition is good. It sounds as though there are no cracks in there. I certainly can't see any. And hitting it like that gives me a clue. If I hear a little buzz, I know I've got to start hunting for a crack.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you a valuation, a British valuation on this, somewhere between £3,000 and £5,000. And that translates into Dutch guilders between 8,000 and 12,000 guilders.
Herent did it for 2,500 guilders.
2,500 guilders.
Yeah.
So we've multiplied that by 5 times.
Yeah. Woo. Good morning.